Okay, hello Niles, and welcome to another episode of Niles Voice of Business. This is a series, of live interviews that features local professionals, elected officials, and village representatives in Niles. Today, we have the pleasure of having Dale Sylvan joining us, and Dale is Senior VP and General Manager of Woodward here in Niles. Welcome, Dale, and thanks for joining us.
Welcome. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
So tell us a little bit about what Woodward does.
Well, we do a lot, but this particular site in Niles, we do basically electromechanical actuation, position sensors, things for aircraft, both commercial and military.
Okay. So not quite rocket science, but pretty close.
Yeah, we do. We do a little bit of space work and things like that. So we are on space station, space shuttle, and things like that as well. So we do a little bit of everything.
Okay, so it's aircraft, and what specific parts of that are accomplished here in Niles?
At this site, we do, we start with like electric motors and position sensors, electronics. We do a lot of the pilot inceptors, like throttles and flap levers and side sticks, things when you look in the cockpit. We do a lot of the parts in there.
Very cool. Very cool. How long has Woodward been a part of Niles, and what played into Woodward's decision to locate here?
Well, Woodward, we were down the street. We were a private company first before Woodward. It was called MPC Products, and we were founded in 1962. And so we were about a mile down from where we are right now. And we were kind of straddled across Skokie and Niles. So we had 5 or 6 buildings there. But around 2014 or 15, we decided to consolidate our site after Woodward bought us in 2008. And we decided we're going to build a large site. And we said, well, should we build in Skokie or Niles? Because we were in both. And then we worked a lot with Niles, and we liked working with the Niles government and things here. So they gave us opportunity, and we decided to go here, and we're happy with it, of course.
Well, we love to hear that.
Yeah.
What are your responsibilities with Woodward, and how long have you been in the Niles area doing this?
Well, I've been here since out of school, so it's been, I'm coming up on my 39th year, so it's a long
Congratulations.
time. Thanks. One of those one-job people, I guess, but
nice.
It's been really good, and Woodward, as I said, bought us in 2008. I grew up in the area around here, in Glenview area, and so I'm very familiar with Niles, though.
And so, what are your responsibilities at Woodward?
Well, I'm the Senior VP GM, so I basically have the site responsibility, profit and loss. I have, the operations, the engineering, the program management, the sales and marketing, pretty much mostly everything here.
Mostly running the show. Okay.
Yeah. If you're there long enough, you
they put you in charge of everything.
Yeah.
So Woodward has some definite views about social responsibility. Can you share some of that with us?
Sure. I mean, Woodward is a 150-year-old company, so it's quite a long time. And many years ago, the leadership actually drafted their own constitution. And inside the constitution, we have our key stakeholders, and one of the key stakeholders is the community. So it's really a strong belief that we contribute to the community that we're in. Obviously, being an engineering site, we tend to gravitate towards a lot of STEM activities, working with the schools or things like that. But we also, work on feeding the homeless or, doing anything we can to give back to the community, because that's part of our ownership and, our integrity and ethics that we carry with the company.
That's fabulous. And it's so refreshing to see a company that it's literally built into your foundation.
Right. And it's not just money. We want people to actually, volunteer and contribute. And so we do a lot locally around here, and really enjoy seeing what happens when you get back. And
that's awesome. So if some of our young people that might be watching, or their parents that might be watching, are interested in getting involved or learning more about Woodward, how would they do that? Do you offer an internship program?
Typically we've had, anywhere from 10 to 15, typically engineering interns mostly. In the summers, it's a little bit unsure this particular year with what we're doing with the COVID, but in all other years, we typically have that. We've also participated in co-op programs with some of the junior colleges, and, a lot of people, there's still a lot of good careers, in our site. We make almost everything we do as well. So we're machining parts and cutting gears and winding motors. And so we produce a lot of jobs for a lot of people, and they make a good living doing those things. So it's an opportunity, right out of high school, potentially to get going.
That's great to hear. That's, we've been hearing so much more about that, right? That maybe college isn't for everybody, and we need to be able to prepare some of our students that are coming out of high school to work in some of our manufacturing fields, because as people age out, you still need people coming in, right?
Right. And those skills, a lot of those skills have come many, many years ago from even other countries that have, come and become citizens here.
Right.
And now, with the schools not necessarily pushing, machining or things like that, we have to start from scratch and try to train people. So we're always interested in people who are, have that kind of aptitude to do those kind of things.
Good to know. Okay, so COVID-19. It's hit everyone hard, from individuals to small businesses to larger manufacturers. Can you share with us a little about how Woodward has had to adjust due to COVID-19?
Sure. I mean, obviously, with the large amount of defense work we do, we're deemed essential. So we've been coming to work every day. Obviously, from the office side, we've worked rotations and a lot of virtual. So it's adapting to lots of virtual meetings. Really trying to communicate with customers that way more, because there's no travel and, people not coming into the plant. Clearly, we've had to modify the plant significantly to space workers out, put plexiglass up, wearing masks, taking temperatures, all those types of activity, a lot of cleaning. And so it's really that kind of education to everybody, and just being very careful. And fortunately, with Woodward being so large, we have a corporate that's out in Colorado, and we're able to share lessons across all the sites that are across the U.S. and overseas. And so when something new comes out, we were able to communicate it to everybody. So, but hopefully it'll be over soon.
Fingers crossed, right? We were just talking about vaccines before we went live, and hopefully soon.
Yes.
Finally, we like to end on a light note. So where is your favorite place to eat or carry out from in Niles?
Okay. Well, I haven't been eating out too much, obviously, but the classic places I certainly liked were, Graciano's, Howard Street Inn, even Papa Chris for a good hot dog, Morrison's, those kind of places.
Nice.
So, whenever I can get out, when we do get out again, it'll be nice to go back to those places.
Yeah, it will be. Dale, thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate it.
Sure. I'm glad I could do it. Thank you.
Look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.